For me personally, I've had a lot of ego deaths, and I think when it comes to the ego, it's important to understand to not fully get rid of it, because when it comes to the ego, it's really just about, because for me personally, I think there is duality to every word, and it's just important to be in the driver's seat of your ego and not in a space of letting it control you. Because a lot of people in life are just going throughout life in the passenger seat of their own life because they operate off of ego, and they operate off of, because what ego is just there to protect you. And if you allow it to move without you and you don't become the driver, you don't put yourself in the driver's seat of your own life, that's where you allow anybody to sit there. And that's where you allow other people to tell you who you are or how to show up and work in life, or you allow fear to dictate your next move instead of allowing yourself to just trust your intuition or trust what is right for you by allowing yourself to not allow fear to dictate or not allow your ego to step in, because your ego is a protective energy. But if you don't know how to stand in your own truth, or you don't know yourself, your ego can be the death of you. And I think it's important to understand that it's important for you to allow parts of you to dissipate or die off in order to be the healthiest version of you. And that is where the duality comes in when it comes to ego death. But it can either change you into a healthier version of you, or it can change you into something that you are not, just to fit societal norms or just to fit the mold that other people want you to be. And so for me personally, I have changed a lot since I was a kid, since I was 20 years old, since I was, even from last year. And I think that in life things are inevitable to change, and you are inevitable to change. But I think in order for it to work out for you in a healthiest way, you have to be in a space of allowing things to be what they are, and allowing yourself to be who you are, no matter what life throws at you, no matter what chaos or what is on the outside of you. You have to allow yourself, because within my own life, like I said, I had a lot of ego deaths, and I had a lot of times in my life where I had to choose peace over looking like I'm not one to play with, or looking like or being that person that allows every little trigger to get to me in order for other people to know what not to do, or being able to choose and understand that the road to peace is better than trying to force people to love me, to care about me, or to respect me, or whatever the case may be. Understanding that a lot of that ego death is about understanding yourself and understanding what you really want in your life, and not settling or compromising that by trying to force people to see your worth, or force people to respect you, or force people to be there for you. Because a lot of the times when people try to trigger you as well, and you don't just walk away when you already cut them out of your life, or whatever the case may be, that puts them in a cycle to be in your life still. And I think it's important to understand to stand on your boundaries, and understanding what you want for yourself, and understanding what you need to do in order to keep that. And understanding during those ego deaths that you are going to lose parts of yourself and you are going to lose people, but on the other side of that, you are going to find more peace and more sanity and more clarity about who you are as an individual and what those people were to you or what those situations really were to you, because everything happens for you, and the ego will make you believe that you are in this hierarchy or other people are in a hierarchy in your life, when in reality it just is what it is. And in reality it's just there for you, and in reality there was nothing to fear. There was nothing to fear from you letting go or from you walking away or from you stepping into the person you are meant to be.